Welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Sports Show where we love Seattle Pro Sports. I'm your host, Mikey, and today I'm bringing you the final Seattle Seahawks 7 round mock draft that we are going to do before the actual draft happens. When this comes out, it will be draft day, so you'll be getting this the morning of draft day. And yeah, I'm excited. Again, we're going to be doing a live draft party here on the YouTube channel. If you're watching it on YouTube, if you just listen to the podcast version or you find it somewhere else, it's Mikey is the YouTube channel, MMMIKIE. So just search that on YouTube and come join. The draft starts at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'll probably go live 10 to 15 minutes before that and get things going and get things ready to all watch the draft together. And let's cross our fingers and we'll hold our breath together and hope that the Seahawks make the right choice and make the right move. All right, so get ready for that, and let's get ready to do this mock. It's the final one, so maybe we'll do something wild. We'll see. We'll see what is presented to us and what we end up deciding to do here. Okay, so Kansas City has an interesting trade offer for us. Troy Fatanu has already been picked. Fuaga, Verse, Mims, Latham, Thomas Jr., Newton, Byron Murphy, Chop Robinson, DeJean, Barton. These guys are all players that are still available. I would be interested in sticking and picking at 16 for Jared Verse. I know some people like Byron Murphy. I don't like him as much as other people like him. I don't know why, for whatever reason. When I've watched him, I just, there's just something about him I don't like as much. If you're telling me this is the guy that you're going to take at 16 and you're missing out at value on other players. Like, I wouldn't mind that for Jared Verse. I wouldn't mind that for Troy Fatanu. But I don't know if I can feel that same way about Byron Murphy. But I don't have to worry about it in this mock anyways, because I am going to accept this trade with Kansas City Chiefs. It's a big trade. It's a big move back for us. We are sending 16 and 102 to Kansas City. They are going to send us 32, 64, 95, and a 2025 second round pick. So that does, move us all the way to the end of the first round. So basically second round. We do move all the way to the end of the second round, so basically third round, but we do get that pick in the middle of the third round at pick 95, and then you're not you're not going to be disappointed about a 2025 second round pick either. So we're going to do that. We're going to make this trade. I don't feel like sticking and picking in Jared Verse in this mock, so let's take this big trade and see what happens here at pick 32 for us. Ooh, we got a couple trade offers. I don't want to take them though, just because I want to play out this scenario. I don't think this is what's going to happen, but I said it's the last one. We're doing this one just for fun again, just to see what this looks like. I mean, we picked up. Look at this. We picked up a second round, a third round, and next year's second round pick as well. So we picked up extra picks in the draft through this single trade. So now I'm saying, hey, we're ended up with more value in this draft than we initially thought. I don't know why mock drafters have some of these players falling down this far, but some people do. Some people have these players dropping down to the second round. I will be so surprised if that happens, because there's just too many teams in the NFL that need a quarterback so bad that I do think all 6 quarterbacks that I see as the top 6 quarterbacks in this draft that I've always thought should be first round picks, I think they will all go in the first round. But you never know what these teams think sometimes, and you never know what coaches and GMs think. Maybe they think, oh, well, I'm going to be the guy to unlock the ability of the guy that's already here. So I don't need to take a quarterback this year. I can get a different position and build the rest of my team. I'll be the guy that fixes this quarterback. That some people think that way. If they do, and the Seahawks made a trade back like this, and the guy who can tilt the room is still there, you take him because John Schneider, that's what he likes. He likes a guy who can tilt the room. This guy can tilt the room. We've seen it on the field. We've seen it in the writing that he just recently put out with the Players Tribune, talking about how his injuries are not a hindrance. In fact, it's, it, you know, he wouldn't change it because it showed him who he is, and it should have shown everybody who he is. Two major injuries in a row. He didn't give up. He didn't, just back down and say, I guess this football thing isn't going to work out for me. No, he knows that about himself now. He knows that he has the passion for this. He knows he has the fire inside to make sure that he is always putting the best out there on the field, no matter the situation, no matter what he's gone through before. You want a guy that he has that in him and is going to fight to be the best that he can be at all times, and is going to fight to make sure that his teammates are being the best that they can be at all times. Again, just go look at the way that he rallied the team around him in tough situations throughout the season. This last season, he tilts the room. And if you can get a guy that tilts the room here at the last pick of the first round, you take him. You get Michael Penix Jr. Like I said, hey, we're having fun with this last one now. This would be total, fantasy. I mean, you would be ecstatic if you got Michael Penix Jr. in the draft, because that would signify to you that, John Schneider believes this guy can be the guy of our future, that he could be the guy that leads us to a Super Bowl down the line. I mean, yeah, you're going to keep Gino around for one more year, but I mean, if Michael Penix Jr. doesn't beat him out in his rookie year, you're getting rid of that Gino contract in the next year, and then you're starting 4 years of a 4 years left of a rookie deal on Michael Penix Jr. And imagine the team that you can build around on his rookie year, because you already got good offensive pieces around him, weapons. Yeah, you're going to be good about that. So you're feeling pretty good about that offense. You got to address the defense now. We're at pick 64. We don't want to lose out on the guy from Mike McDonald. Say, Mike, we got the quarterback of the future. We know you need to build your defense. So let's start getting you your pieces now. Let's go get you your guy. Let's go get you Junior Colson at pick 64 here. And then we're coming up to pick 81 here. At pick 81, got Braden Fisk, Christian Mahogany, Jalen McMillan, Javon Bullard, Trevin Wallace, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., Dwayne Carter, Devondre Sweat, Dominic Pooney. I am going to go with a tough choice here. Do I want to go another linebacker here? Do I want to get another interior lineman, offense or defense here? Tough. I think I'm gonna go. I will go to Hmm. Again, another guy with high upside. Um, he's got the speed. He's got production. He's got sacks. Um, I will. I'm gonna take Trevin Wallace in the spot. So we're getting our two linebackers of the future. And again, I want everybody to remember what do we have on the team? The linebackers that we have here, they are on 1 year deals. They are guys that are coming off rookie contracts. If they really were that great, if the NFL, had scouted them and said these guys had done so well coming off of their rookie contracts that we want to sign them, you know, they would have either been kept by their teams or other teams throughout the rest of the NFL would have offered them multi year deals, above average salary deals. But that's not what happened. The Seahawks signed them on 1 year average to below average salary deals for their position. So that should tell you, you know, with as good as we think that they have the potential to be still, that they might not be it. They might be just those stopgap filler guys that fill the position while we go draft the guys that do become the guys that Mike McDonald really wants in this system. Okay, now at pick 95 here, we got Dwayne Carter, Devondre Sweat, Austin Booker, James Williams, Malcolm Mustafa at 95 here. I get the guy that can take on two blockers at once, and again is hopefully helping out Leonard Williams and Draymond Jones reach their full potential by just taking up so much space and taking up multiple of the blockers on his own. We're taking Devondre Sweat here. And then we are waiting to pick 118 to see what we do next. Pick 118, we got Cade Stover, we got Jaden Hicks. Let's see. Got Mason McCormick, Kyrie Jackson, Theo Johnson. These are all names that I'm looking at in this range. But here is where I say, okay, we did get Michael Penix Jr., so we do need to protect him in the future. Let's get Zach Zinter here. We gotta get an offensive lineman, a guard, to help protect Michael Penix Jr. Then we're gonna get our next pick at 179. At 179 here. Who do we get? We get Hunter Nerzad, Ladarius Henderson, Eric All. Who else is, Zion Tupuola Fatui, Tanner McLaughlin, Mo Kamara, Trey Taylor, Tip Raymond. I see my guy for the defensive line. I'm going with Mo Kamara. I know somebody said that they don't like him in the comments in the last one. I still like him. I like Mo Kamara. So I'm going to take him again here. And then we're getting pick 192. At 192 available to us. Zion Tupola Fatui still available. Tanner McLaughlin, Tip Raymond, Brennan Jackson. Oh, Oh. Okay, interesting. Uh, Edwin Fonloa AJ Barner, Sion Vaki. Darn. Okay, here is where I'm gonna go with shoot. Well, I'm gonna go with AJ Barner here. Let's get another tight end for our tight end room. And then let's see what happens at 235 here. Okay, at 235, then I didn't pick up one earlier. I still really need one. I like the player who's available here. Again, being versatile and being able to do special teams and kick returns. Let's go with Sion Vaki. Okay. Again, this one kind of threw us off a little bit because we threw a wrench in there and decided to go with a quarterback in this mock. It's draft day. It's draft day special. Let's have fun with it. Imagine if we got the quarterback of the future in this year's draft. Okay, the young quarterback of the future. I know he's old for this draft class, but he's like 10 years younger than Geno Smith, right? So you get Michael Penix Jr. He's the guy that tilts the room. Again, I just heard Brock and Sock today. I heard Brock comparing Michael Penix Jr. to Geno Smith, and that because Brock has been or Sock has been asking for a comp for him, and I have a friend who's always asking me about comps for players, and I long time ago comped Michael Penix Jr. to Geno Smith. Big difference to me is Michael Penix Jr. already gets it. Geno Smith, when he came into the league, he didn't get it right. He wasn't mature enough yet. That's why he fell to the second round. That's why he got punched in the face in the locker room and got his jaw broken, early in his career and bounced around. Michael Penix Jr., he already gets it. So you're getting, same sort of, at that time period, that when Geno Smith was younger, you're getting that same athletic ability, you're getting the same throwing ability, the same arm talent. But the big difference is the ability, at his age already, to be able to tilt the room and lead at this age. And that's only going to get better with time. All right, so you got Michael Penix Jr. Then we went and got Junior Colson. We got Trevin Wallace. We're building that defense. Tavondre Sweat. We got the middle of our defense shored up with this draft. We got Zach Zinter to help with that offensive line. We got Mo Kamara for depth at edge. AJ Barner, some more depth for tight end, and Sion Vaki to, depth this year at safety and, potentially be taking over safety next year because, again, same thing next year. There's only going to be one safety still on contract at the end of this year, and that's if they even decide to keep him around. He's got a contract that they can easily, he could be gone as well. That's why I've always when I looked at these drafts, I say, linebacker, safety for defense is like a huge need for this team, because you just don't have any sort of resources, poured into those positions, and you don't have guys that are going to be around. You don't have guys that you don't know if they're going to be good going forward. You got to get some guys in those positions that Mike McDonald can develop and hopefully be good going forward. In this one, I will say myself again, because we took an offense. I mean, we took a quarterback at the top. Um, you know, and I really wanted to make sure to get help. The top guys that I could help uh, with Mike McDonald's defense next. So we kind of put off offensive line till a little bit later, but I think we still got a good one. And um, you know, with the way we're drafting here, getting the quarterback first, we are saying, okay, we're building this thing. It's not. This is year one. Is not Super Bowl. We're building the pieces. Next year's draft and next year's free agency, we're going to go get more guys to help with this offensive line and help Michael Penix Jr. Stay upright and be the best that he can of his abilities. So maybe we didn't get the guards we wanted, but again, you tell me, do you think this team is one offensive lineman away from being a Super Bowl contender? I do not. I think we're way more pieces away from being a Super Bowl contender than that. So if you can trade back, get value, get lots of pieces to start the foundation of the building, then you do. All right, there you go. There's the mock. Let me know what you grade this one, A, B, C, D, F. Leave those comments. Make sure you subscribe and like. Podcast listener, subscribe, follow, rate, review. It all helps out the show. Okay, thank you so much. And thanks for listening to the Seattle Sports Show, where we watch legends awaken. So take cover, because with the Sea of Sound, you will see us rise to reign supreme and win forever.